Hey family, it's Tasha MAMABEAR Prepping. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel where we just talk about emergency preparedness, different things that are going on in the world. How do they affect you and your family? Really, we do and think about whatever we need to do for me and my family, and then hopefully that gives you ideas for you and yours. So you already know what time it is. Get your drink, pull up. We're going to talk about, excuse me, a doozy. We're going to talk about something that has kind of been on my schedule for a little while, and that is talking about antibiotics, running out of medicines, the importance of preparing when it comes to your home hospitals, home pharmacies, if you will, in regards to, you know, you got to get your over-the-counter medicines stockpiled. You've got to get your prescriptions, if you can get them backed up. You need to get vitamins. You need to get all these things so that you have them in case of emergency if you go through a situation and you have plenty to go around. Now, over the year, we've had several different things happen, right, when it comes to medicines and shortages and trying to figure out what exactly we're going to do. And some people have found themselves without stuff. For example, you know, earlier in the year, not baby formula, but medicine, fever reducing medicine for infants. That was a problem. People could not find that. People were buying that from Canada and other places, like anywhere they could have it, having family members buy it in their state, ship it to them. I mean, it was horrifying. And really it's like, oh, that's no big deal until you need it, and then it's a big deal. Imagine you have an infant that is running a fever, which is very dangerous, and then you don't have, you know, a way to reduce it. Now, is there natural things? Is there other things you can do? Yes, but come on, let's be realistic. You want this real world medicine, right? And so a lot of people freaked out about that, and I'm sure anybody who dealt with that now, make sure that they have a little stockpile in their home, 2 or 3 bottles worth in their home. Now, lots of reports over the last year of running out of, you know, different antibiotics, right? Amoxicillin, just different things at varying levels that people have been running out of. Pharmacists have been running out of, having shortages, trying to find backups. You know, I read an article the other day that penicillin was running low, and you will not even understand this. Penicillin and ampicillin, I think it is, but there is a shortage of those going on right now. The CDC, read an article from CDC that there's a shortage because of a syphilis outbreak, you guys. Like, these are the things that are crazy that just are not out there in mainstream media. To think that there would be a shortage in our country because syphilis is running rampant, that we have a, you know, shortage of that, that's crazy. So is that a cover story? Is that something else? I don't know. That's insane. Cancers, okay, so different various medicines for cancers, right? You have all these cancers happening, popping up, right? And you know, I read an article where, like, begging other countries for medicines, right, for cancer, you know, life-saving medicines. So it's like, how weak are we? How weak are we when it comes to medicine? And you really got to take this stuff in your hands. To me, it's about stockpiling over the counter, stockpiling vitamins, stockpiling and having as much of the backup prescriptions as we can, and then having, you know, antibiotics backed up, basically anything we can get our hands on, just that we know that we use in as our family, backed up in case something happens. At least enough, you know, however much you can get to back you up a couple months, half a year, whatever, right? And I understand medicines expire, all that good stuff. Now, I mentioned this. I do have a link in the description box below for Jase Case. That is a company that you can go easily answer a few questions. You're not even giving your whole history background. Answer a few questions, show an ID, and you're able to buy and get a backup supply of penicillin, antibiotics, okay? And it's varying different types, right? It comes with about 5 in the case. There's varying cases also, so it depends on which case you get. And they recently have a new kit, you guys, that is a daily kit that's basically, if you take any kind of everyday medicines, everyday chronic medicines, you can sign up for this program and be able to get a kit, and you can get you a year's worth of chronic medicine, your everyday medicines, your high blood pressure, your this, your that, right? All those common chronic, you know, whatever is considered a chronic, you know, condition, right? And there's a lot of them that a lot of Americans have, okay? And so feel free, just make sure if you're going to get your daily kit, if you're going to go ahead and purchase that one. I couldn't get that one free from the company to be able to show you, but I am going to be getting it for hubby here because he does take a lot of those different daily chronic type medicines. So we are going to do an order of ourselves, get the kit. I can show you exactly what it looks like. But if you do not want to wait, make sure that you're using my link, or make sure you're using the code to get the, you know, the discount, okay, to get the $10 off, okay? It is important though, like if you have not gotten your antibiotic kit, to please get that. I understand that it is a little bit more expensive. Get it in the budget, baby. If you're a budget lady like me, get it in the budget. This does not have to be something you order today because Tasha told you to, and it's the end of the world, right? The sky's falling, the sky's falling. No, it's something that's important to have for your family and have as a backup. We've already gotten into ours that we've gotten, and we've used them, and they've come in handy. And so it is important, okay? So getting that backed up, remember you can get more than one for your family. Remember you can get one for like each adult, and the daily case you can get for both of you or whoever needs it, right? But I'm extremely interested in that. There's holistic and different things you can do too, but just be careful with that. But super important that you're building this. This goes for your medical supplies. Refuge Medical, I have a link in my description box below as well with a discount where you can go on their website and buy different medical supplies. I have several of their products, several of their kits, several of their stuff. I absolutely love Refuge Medical. An amazing company. If you didn't know, that's Bear Independence Company. They have Grindstone Ministries. They do a lot of amazing stuff as far as tornado assistance, all this stuff. When these storms happen, their people go out and go and assist families and homes and help rebuild and stuff. It's beautiful. Okay, so pray for Grindstone Ministries. Get your kits. Be thinking about making your list. You can watch tons of, I've done several videos. You can watch tons of videos from other people of lists of medicines. Hey, it's good to have this, especially like when it comes to the over-counter stuff. I like to think of my whole body. Okay, if something happens to my eyes, what could happen to my eyes? Everyday stuff that could happen. What would I need? You know, I need a flush. I need infection stuff. I need whatever, right? All the stuff that I would need for my eyes, and then my ears, and then my nose, and then my mouth, my throat. If I have a cold, right? If I have chest pains, if I have heartburn, you know, I'm going down my whole entire body and figuring it out, you know, all the different things I need. You know, I have an upset stomach, I have diarrhea, I'm throwing up, you name it, you get it. And you're getting all the stuff that assists you with taking and aiding somebody with medical care as well. You know, all the burn creams and other creams and pain medicines and all the pain creams and different things like that, right? So think about the things that have happened in your family, let's say in the last 5 years, and get those things. And then watch videos and expand your mind as far as other things that you might want to get and stockpile and have in your home. It is important that we stockpile medicines. Not to mention, I didn't even mention foreign conflict, right? Foreign conflict, if we get into it with China, all the medicine and pieces come from China or India, right? That's where the majority of the medicines come from. And so although we might make medicines here, get ingredients and make them here, a lot of those ingredients are coming from other countries. So the minute that we have a conflict with China, it is going to be a problem. You think we have problems now with shortages. And of course, most of America does not see these shortages, does not care to see shortages, do not care about them unless it immediately affects them. And then all of a sudden it's what's going on, right? But this is not new news to us. This doesn't surprise me when I see these articles and reports of shortages of medicines, okay? So it's important to get this stuff. Think about your family. And listen, you're not getting some year's worth of, you know, over-the-counter, you know, aspirin. I'm just saying simply get a couple extra boxes of stuff so that you don't just have your one thing or none, and then something happens and you're like, I can't believe I can't get this, and I should be able to find it. And baby, it's your job to provide for your family and to be ready, and not be depending on that supply system all the time, especially that dependent on it where you're just don't have it and just be like, well, I'll get it when I need it, or I'll just get one, and then something happens and you go through it in 2 seconds and you need another one, right? Okay, so, and that's how it is with medicines and burying medical supplies and stuff, is once you start using it, it goes fast, baby. You know, people have a couple boxes of Band-Aids, baby. Once you start going through something, or bandages, somebody gets hurt, I mean, you go through that stuff like crazy. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're taking care of elderly people, if you're bandaging for some other reason, you go through that stuff quick, okay? So be thinking about that. You can't have too much. Be thinking about all the other supplies, gloves, different things like that, and get stockpiled. So I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope that you guys have lots of plans to be productive this week. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.